At the University Network for Human Rights, we offer an intensive training program for a select group of students from around the country who want to develop a career in advocating for social justice through human rights. Our intensive training is designed to challenge students well beyond the classroom. We use an innovative methodology that we developed at Harvard and Stanford law schools. What we expect of students is a commitment both to the academic and practical part of all 4 elements of our program.
So the first element of the program is a human rights class where we talk about human rights advocacy both from a practical but also a theoretical perspective. We hope that by the end of the class, students can meaningfully engage with the critiques but also the key takeaways from the human rights movement in the last decades. At the end of the class, the students come up with their own projects, choosing a human rights issue, a geographic area of their own, and they basically present in front of the class about how they would design and implement a human rights project of their own.
The second component of the program is a simulation exercise, which is basically an educational role-playing game. We bring together students in a space where there are actors and a situation that we've recreated, a hypothetical but realistic context of human rights violations, where the students are asked to engage with victims, with possible perpetrators, as if they're on a fact-finding mission. And the idea is that the students get feedback, learn from their mistakes, learn how to do practical human rights work without being in an actual situation.
This is to prepare them for the third element, which is to do actual human rights work. So these aren't assignments, these aren't exercises. This is working with real people in the field, documenting real human rights abuses. So we've brought students to a range of places, from Bolivia to India to Armenia to the United States, where rights abuses are taking place. And students have been able to document these abuses under the supervision of supervisors at the University Network for Human Rights. There are 2 fundamental pieces to this work. So first, we tailor our work to the needs of communities. So we don't simply parachute in, take a few photos and leave. We create lasting and meaningful relationships with these communities so the work actually has real-life impact. We also tailor our work to students and their specialized skills. So we do more traditional human rights work, documentation, collecting testimonies for reports or cases we work on. We also do creative forms of human rights work. So I had a student last semester who's a filmmaker. So we are producing a film on massacres that took place in Bolivia recently. So we find other forms of amplifying the voices of people on the ground, both traditional and more creative forms.
Finally, you'll enroll in the Advanced Advocacy Seminar, where you'll process your experiences from your field work. You'll also study advanced mechanisms for advocacy, and you will work very closely. You'll be mentored by a supervisor in concrete cases of human rights and social justice.
I think the ACTS program really benefits from the way Wesleyan brings students from diverse communities together. And I think when students are able to come together into these communities and talk about the similar struggles that they have, they're able to take those efforts and channel them into human rights advocacy projects.